spending a lot of time in different TV channels through the day. Welcome, Cleophas.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And we will start by, of course, a lot has been said, lot of water has flown down the Mandovi, but not just today. But I would say that the political landscape in Goa has been shaken, not because the Congress has retained its South Goa seat, but the manner in which it has retained the South Goa seat and the circumstances in which it has retained the South Goa seat.
Yes, see, what happens is we always knew that the contest would be close, but we thought that somehow she would have the edge. Now that is because there were people like Digambar Kamath in Margaon, there was Sudhin Davlikar there, Ravi Naik, and all these people were with the Congress party last time.
Right.
But there is another story I want to point out in the North Goa victory.
Sure.
See, North Goa,
yes,
the lead is more than 1,11,000.
11,000. That's right.
Yes. And what is the contribution of Kalangut MLA? What is the contribution of
Talegaon and Panjim MLA.
Talegaon Panjim MLA?
Yes.
Santa Cruz.
Yes.
See, Santa Cruz is a defector. Kalangut is a defector. Then you have Kumarjua.
Yes.
See, all that, even in Kumarjua, the lead is about 1,500 or 2,000.
That's correct.
So, if you look at this, I would say this is a clear slap on their face against the type of politics they have played.
Right.
The lure and fear.
Right.
Carrot and stick politics.
Right.
This has been not acceptable to the people.
At all.
In fact, according to me, there has been an anger.
Right.
I will tell you.
Yes.
In Nuve, what was the lead last time? It was 12,000.
Right. In the assembly.
In the parliament seat.
Parliament seat. Yes.
This time also it is similar.
Right.
And say we thought that Reginald was in Kortali. Nuve, they would be in a position to halt the sweep of the Congress party. That has not happened.
Correct. Clearly.
In Vasco, it is almost 50-50.
Right.
Almost 50-50. Of course, there is a lead to the BJP. In Sangye, Kepe, all the areas where they were expecting big lead has not happened. Not happened, and I feel that this is anger against the government.
Right.
Now look at it from another perspective.
Right.
The entire administration is with them. So much of money power is with them.
Right.
And the other side is disorganized. They have no resources.
Right.
The campaign is run by the people.
That's right.
Activists are running the campaign. So that is where it was a well organized BJP versus the people, and the people have prevailed. And according to me, if there was a small momentum in the north also, same thing would have happened. But in the north there was no momentum at all. The party did not exist at all. There was hardly any moment. There was no chance of winning. Where I think even the society and the people did not take up as a challenge to defeat the BJP candidate.
One interesting thing here is that there was always one kind of a narrative put out by the BJP that, look, if there is a minority consolidation in favor of the Congress in South Goa, especially Salset, that's going to be offset by a majority consolidation in the rest of the constituencies, non-Salset constituencies. But what we probably see here is that the Salset 60,000 lead is not necessarily a lead because of the minorities alone, number one, though there is a significant minority population. What is interesting here is, and of course you obviously will know this, that out of say 20 constituencies in South Goa, the Congress has led only 9, where the BJP has led 11, but the lead of 60,000 in Salset was more than enough for them to win. What is very interesting is that in the new conquest constituencies, the BJP lead has shrunk considerably between 2019 and 2022. And that is where what is interesting is that Congress has picked up votes in the non-Salset constituencies. May not be enough to give them the leads there, but there are enough votes for them to push this.
See, it is very clear that the BJP Karyakarta has not liked the candidate given by the party. This is number one. And number two, to say that all along Catholics only voted for the Congress party, I don't think this is correct. See, even during the old UGP times, Babu Naik was a leader of the UGP, and Wilfred D'Souza was a leader of the UGP in the north,
Yes.
and Babu Naik held the south fort. So I don't think this religious division, which was sought to be injected, would work in Salsette. Though the South Goa depended on Salsette. See, also look at it from another angle. At the entire national level, the minorities are pushed to the wall. And if they are pushed to the wall, will they not consolidate?
Right.
One. Number two, why should the diversity of Goa not be reflected in the house? See, we have the Rajya Sabha MP represented by Tanawade,
Right.
Sripad Naik in the north, and why should a minority also not represent the south?
Right.
See, according to me, if this does not happen, say 25% of the population will not have representation in the parliament.
parliament.
It is exactly like what is happening to the Muslim community. I don't think people are looking at it from that perspective. I would say, in this case, BJP winning with more than 1,11,000 votes, this was a signal they could have given by fielding a minority that side. So you have organization, you have votes to win this side.
Right.
So it could have been that, and maybe the south would have reciprocated.
Right. The also what is interesting here is that of course some of the panelists were also mentioning they feel that this is the opinion poll 2.0, and they feel that the South Goa has spoken, Salsette has actually spoken, they have unified. But the interesting reason why they are saying, I'll just make one more point, important point, is saying that the opinion poll was not just only about Salsette and Catholics voting. The lot of marginalized people in the hinterland also voted to protect Goa, and I feel that a lot of marginalized people across religious lines have ultimately backed this result.
I fully agree with this view also.
Yes.
See, the battle to save Goa comes from Salsette.
Right.
Every major agitation is in Salsette. If there is any move or any anger against conversions, it comes from Salsette.
Right.
The three linear projects, the people from Salsette. Madai issue, people from Salsette.
Correct.
So the saving of Goa or saving of what is left of Goa has fallen on the shoulders of Salsette.
Right.
And at this point of time, they got a candidate who is an activist, who has identified with them. And the reason why in Vasco also BJP has gone down is also because of this. They are suffering that coal issue.
Right. Absolutely. Correct. Also, what is very, very interesting here, and we'll bring this discussion to another sphere, is that I hope this is for the last and final time that people will think that poaching candidates from other parties and bringing them will stop. People have defeated defection.
People have defeated defections.
Yes.
See, in the last elections,
Right.
in Salsette, whoever defected lost.
Right.
Here, the couple won.
Right.
Otherwise, nobody won. All the people who defected lost. Now, this time, again, people may have gained in terms of money
Right.
to defect. But the party has not gained.
That's right.
Persons have shifted, voters have not shifted.
Right.
And this is very clear, I would say, particularly in Nuve, you can say, because there is a sitting minister there.
What is the lead in November? 11,000 votes.
Yes.
Yes, I saw. Correct. 11,000 votes. Correct.
So it is a similar lead to last time.
Correct.
So, and this is with a sitting minister. And they thought that they could invest in this minister to win. We knew that the minister would not be in a position to change 500 votes.
Right. Even in Kurtori, for instance.
Yes,
my
Kurtori.
backyard.
Kurtori.
In Kurtori also there's a 8,000 lead.
Correct.
8,000 plus
See,
lead.
see the victory of Pallavi Dempo had to depend on Nuve, Kurtori and Kortali.
Correct.
Now, if you go to see these three, because they are having BJP ministers there.
Correct.
Plus,
Right.
Margao was supposed to add about 5,000.
Yes.
So if you
Yeah,
look
we'll
at
come to Margao, that's another part of the discussion.
so it was supposed to add. So if you look at this, it is very clear that the people have remained with the Congress party and people have voted with anger. See,
Oh, you see this as an
absolute
angry
anger.
vote.
Yeah, see,
Angry vote,
otherwise
yeah.
you tell me, is there an organization, Congress organization in the
That's
south?
Correct.
There is one Alton from Kepe. Yuri, leader of opposition from Kunkoli, and Amit Patkar is from somewhere there. So the heartland of Salsette, except Yuri, there is nobody. So I am saying that it is taken over by the people, and they fought this election. They wanted that the BJP must be taught a lesson. See, the BJP, the government is corrupt, the administration has failed, and we are all told that Goa has been developed. We have not seen that kind of development. See,
Right.
I can understand roads, bridges, that infrastructure development has happened.
Right.
But in any developing society, first comes the schools, thereafter may come colleges, and the bridges, road network comes later on. It was the time for this government to do this, and they have done it. If any other government was there, they would have also done this,
Right.
because in the first few governments they built colleges, schools. Like the Congress government started colleges in all the hinterland areas.
Hinterland areas. Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes.
So like that is the kind of development that has happened.
Right, right. So also now coming to, so obviously one takeaway is that all these turncoats have been resoundingly defeated.
Yes.
And it is also a message to the BJP itself.
Absolutely, it's a message to BJP and a
BJP
message to everybody.
that do not ignore your color.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
see this,
yes.
yeah.
Because the issue is, right now, all those who took that decision to latch on to these, no, they thought the mission Salsette would be
See,
completed on the back
I
of
will,
defection.
I will tell
Yes,
you,
yes.
many of the Karyakartas are our personal friends.
Yes,
they are
correct.
on one side
Correct.
of the
Yeah.
political divide.
But personal relationships.
Personal relations continue, but all of them send you a message.
Right.
Nothing is impossible. Means nothing is impossible. Means we
Correct.
can defeat our own party.
Right,
Now
right.
this is the kind of anger which they had against the choice of candidate. It was anger against the government, and it was anger against whatever the party represented. Now I will take this a bit further. See, at a very international level, our democracy is getting downgraded.
Right.
The press freedom is getting downgraded.
Correct.
Now, when this is happening, are we improving on the other side? On the hunger index also we are down. On the human indicators we are down. We are up only on the GDP terms. Our per capita income is again down.
That's right.
So the inequalities are growing in the entire country, and the development which they are talking about is a development of the rich. So I see at a national level a clear divide between the poor and the rich. Had the Congress party acted in time, when I mean acted in time, if the alliance was stitched early,
Right.
before the 3 assembly elections, then these results would not have come. They would have been in power.
One interesting deep dive I wanted to do into Margao. See, Margao, for various reasons, was very important in this election. Firstly, because of Digambar Kamath moving to the BJP. Secondly, Digambar Kamath's own political aspirations to be chief minister or a senior minister, either at the state or the centre. Those aspirations are very obvious, so one doesn't need to delve too much into it. It's obvious. And the BJP thought that Digambar Kamath's Ghar Wapsi back into the BJP would result in the BJP reclaiming the Margao space.
Yes.
Secondly, I think Digambar Kamath also played a big role in the bringing in of Pallavi Dep, or if not bringing in, at least being the father figure to guide that whole campaign. Now, for Digambar Kamath to win or to give BJP a lead of just 86 votes from Margao is as good as he losing his deposit.
Correct.
And it seems likely that the entire bastion of Moti Dongor, the Moti Dongor slum which used to vote, and Masorim has gone against him in this particular election. What do you make of the fact that Digambar Kamath too has been virtually rejected?
See, it is very clear that Digambar Kamath has worked. It is not that he has not worked.
Nobody is saying that.
Nobody is
also.
saying that. I
Correct.
mean, he has worked, he has gone house to house. But I feel that the BJP Karyakarta has not worked for the party. It is the Karyakarta who has worked against their
Right.
against their candidate
Right.
and defeated the candidate, because somewhere down the line I feel that there is anger also against the type of politics that is played by the BJP. And this, they found an opportunity to teach the party a lesson,
Right.
and to teach maybe Digambar Kamath a lesson.
But you're saying this may not be replicated in the next assembly election when Digambar stands and all that.
Actually, I would say that this was almost a referendum on his leadership. Now, how it will pan out when he stands,
Right.
maybe because he has a connect, he may build that connect, but at this stage, comes in the danger zone.
Right. Also, just before we quickly we kind of wrap up. See, the other issue is that for BJP they had made this into a prestige seat. We all know that the Prime Minister himself had rejected the candidates that were put up by the BJP. He himself intervened and first said that okay, ek mahila ko lao. Then when mahila ko lao came in, then different names were put up, including the Chief Minister he may not have done it himself, but his own better half's name was being floated at that point of time. In spite of all this,
but why you are forgetting that the Prime Minister addressed 2 meetings in?
I'm coming to
one
that.
in Margao, one
yes,
in.
I'm coming to that.
Sangwar.
I'm coming to that. Post which the BJP decided that this election is going to be a make or break election, and the Chief Minister spent his entire 1 month here, going from temple to temple, being with Pallavi Dempu, literally being her shadow and campaigning. And then the Prime Minister comes and addresses meetings. Okay, the point here is that the BJP obviously made this into a very, very big prestige seat, which is why they've gone into a huddle now and seem to be absolutely heartbroken after these results, which they felt have gone along completely unexpected. How much of this will impact the Pramod Sawant government's kind of standing within the overall BJP ecosystem?
See, at this stage, nothing may happen.
Right.
Because BJP itself is not as powerful
Correct.
as it used to be.
Right. Correct.
With this kind of figures of 293, I don't think they will also want to disturb the
Correct.
setup at this stage.
Right.
At this stage, because disturbing him
Right.
may be a reckless exercise.
Right.
Because
No, I'm not
finally,
disturbing.
finally look at it one thing.
Yes.
Karyakartas have not liked this.
Right.
He is only Karyakarta who is there inside.
That's
I
right.
don't think any other person with their type of roots is there.
Right.
So that way it is also difficult to replace him.
Correct. No, I'm not even mentioning about replacement. I'm essentially saying that will questions be asked on the overall leadership, or will the state government be in a position to say that look, we could have given our own cadre, but our hands were tied.
That reply they may give.
Right.
But finally, I think the Chief Minister also will be in a position to explain it, saying that they also did not want this candidate.
Correct.
The candidate was thrust upon them.
Correct.
So that way, I don't think there is a problem, at least at the national level. But I don't think he can get disturbed, at least at this stage.
Okay. Before we end, I think we should just quickly look at all the figures now, which is now coming up. See, right now the NDA stands at 294, the India Alliance stands at 231, and the others are 18. I'll just sum up by looking at the BJP figures. The BJP still is at 240.
So Yogendra Yadav must be the most happy person
Because this
today.
is exactly what he said.
This is exactly what he said.
Correct. So BJP is now hovering around 240. They're exactly about 240 now. Now, in this particular scenario, do you expect any political earthquake happening?
See, in a situation like this,
Right.
when brand Modi was put before the people,
Right.
I feel it may be morally right for him to say that I step behind.
Right.
But I don't think this is going to happen.
Right.
Because
You're speaking of what could happen in an ideal world.
what I'm saying, it could happen in an ideal world.
Right.
I don't think that will happen. But earthquake could have happened if they were around 220.
Yeah. Earthquake is very simple. Let us, for the benefit of the viewers, tell them what the earthquake we are even debating. See, these are great discussions to happen.
Yes, of course.
We are looking at TDP and we are looking at JDU. Whether the TDP and the JDU will kind of be attracted towards the loaves and fishes of office and move, or the India Alliance could do something as radical as saying that okay, let the TDP and the JDU take the leadership of government and we'll support.
See, TDP will form the government in Andhra
Yeah.
with Chandrababu as the chief minister. So
Correct.
he is out.
Yes.
and JDU could be offered something big. We don't know how it will work out because
Yeah.
everybody has in such situations great hope in Sharad Pawar.
Correct, correct.
So let us see what happens, but I find it difficult.
Yeah, these are just interesting
Yeah, it is
discussions.
difficult. It is
Because at the
difficult.
end of the day, when you are discussing elections, you need
Because
to
see,
bring in.
finally, one thing we have to keep in mind.
Yes.
NDA is a pre-poll alliance.
Correct,
And a pre-poll alliance
Has
the
cross-majority.
has the numbers.
Numbers.
At this stage, they have the numbers.
Correct.
So a pre-poll alliance having numbers, it will be difficult to disturb.
Yeah, on this note, we will wrap up on what has been a long, tiring but exciting day. And I think the most important takeaway is that both in India and in Goa as well, the people have given very, very strong signals. And irrespective of what the results will finally turn out and who forms the government, though we very clearly know that the BJP is very well poised to do that, the people of India have spoken. It has not been a one-sided election and democracy has been the winner.